Man. Um, man, these days, man, these days, these days, you gotta stay strapped. Nah, I'm already knowing ain't nobody got my back. Nah, man, these days is crazy, man. You got people going out of here from my age group, like so unexpectedly and so consistently. And this is no different. What's up, Tommy and Kulu? Kula. Kula cream. What's that? Not no culo like in Spanish. Man, let me just tell y'all, I was celebrating this this win. I was all happy, feeling so ecstatic and great because it ain't felt like this since the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school. I'm Dexter Manley and Charles Mann and all that Daryl Green and Art Monk and them. I'm at them games, RFK baby. I was there when Joe Theismann broke his leg. But I got turned off. I ain't gonna lie. I was living in Atlanta, and I moved to Atlanta to RG3 time. So I'm in the sports bar watching these games with the Falcons, and it's just the organization ain't been what it's supposed to be. We all know the story, but it felt damn good. I mean, I ain't even in the sports and football like it's like I used to be anyway. I ain't hollering at the TV and emotional, but I always had love for my skins and commanders. But I ain't wore this jacket and look, you see it. We coming back for another one, baby. I ain't wore this jacket in years. I don't even remember how many years. And it used to be too big for me, but now big boy fitting it pretty good. So I'm on a high, excited, feeling good about the win. And this youngin, it's a pleasure to watch. It's a pleasure to watch the whole organization. But this youngin, JD3, right? JD5. I don't know why I be mixing it up. Whatever. Youngin like that. Youngin be having fun out there. He's smart. He go hard, and he's calm most of all under pressure. The pressure gets to him a little bit, but he a rookie. He killing it, and the whole squad look good. They might go. I'm driving to New Orleans. So I don't know if I can get a ticket, but I'm gonna try to get a ticket. Somebody. I'm taking donations. But yeah, so I'm on a high hill, and I look on Instagram, and that Jones say DJ Celo, RIP or something. Huh? Nah, it's so crazy. It be coming out of nowhere, man. And it's like it be so unexpected. And like I said, it's scary because it's so unexpected. And there's a lot of people that's 50 and 43 and 30 something, but a lot around 50 seem like, you know, I ain't getting into the conspiracies and code and the shot and the jab and all that. But so the reason it's hitting me extra hard is because I had an interview planned with DJ CeeLo. I kept telling him this about to be you about to be my Cat Williams, right? And I was gonna try drop it in January, just like the Cat Williams joint. So backstory: I ain't grow up with CeeLo. I don't. I ain't know CeeLo like that. Of course, in passing, we on the scene, so I would see him or whatever. I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie, but I knew who he was. This funk regulator. I would hear him on the radio more than anything. But as time went on, when we had Studio Blue, the old scraper shop, when we was down there, right? He'd come through and was kicking it with Ricky and them. I wouldn't even be there. But 88 was down there. And they be running sessions, whatever. So they had different people, LeVar Arrington. A lot of people came down during that time. But I remember Ricky telling me CeeLo was down there, and he was chopping it up and talking about the North. They was talking about who he played northeast of the Huckabuck. So him and 8 was going back and forth, and he was like, "Man, look, I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, I was playing them Bucks probably more than anything, which is a beautiful thing. That's neither here nor there. But like I was just so that was when I first like would hear about him like some type of personal connection. Where the chat at on this joint? I'm on YouTube too, y'all. I gotta get this out because man, look, I don't even know if anybody in here live chat. Uh, so that's the first time I'm here, but I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. He gave us that love." And oh, let me turn my screen back up. I'm tripping. And so then I moved to Atlanta 2011. And I had a couple cousins, my cousins uptown, my cousin Sweets, and my and little Vito, my folks from uptown. I made brought him up or something on Celo, and Vito used to always put him in raps and all that. Like so, it's been a connection there, but I just wasn't personally homie of Celo back then. And so they was like, yeah, I went to Paul, we went to school together, you know what I'm saying? And both of them was like, yeah, well, my cousin Sweet said, yeah, man, I remember that nigga, big goofy youngin. Because Celo was big even back then as a youngin. You know how you get big and your feet be big, and your hands big, and you just looking crazy, and he had these big glasses. They would say, man, that big the dude with the big feet, yeah, I remember him. Like, yeah, Celo, okay. So I'm like, all right. So we moved to Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta, and he had moved back to Atlanta, I think, at the time. A couple of people moved and came back. I can and him. So I think we all moved back the same time. Kyrie moved down there. So we playing. And we had the off script man, and CeeLo was our DJ. So that was my first time like coming up. So I'm like, yeah, man, my cousin Sweet went to school with you, man. Vito, Vito. I mean, yeah, Levinsky. Yeah, that's my man. Yeah, woo, 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 yeah, boom, boom. So all right, yeah. So we kicked it. We talked a little bit or whatever, and I did. That's when I started Go-Go Loops about 2012. And so I had hit him, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to get you to do a testimonial, for the Go-Go Loops. I'm gonna send you these joints, make a beat or something, tell people about it, help me promote these joints." So, like I said, I'm just really talking to him, but we had a rapport. I see him at the shows, whatever. We be on the smoke break together, and then he was like, "Yeah, I got you," and he was like, "Yeah, I got you, big homie. Don't say less. I got you." And I'm like, "Big homie, like, nigga, you think you older than me?" And you bigger than me. So all right, so that felt good. It feel good if somebody call you a big homie, even if you ain't really the big homie. So it'd be like, all right, especially somebody of his stature, which I really didn't know fully about, right? So he never did the testimony or whatever. So I gave it time. I had sent it to Big John and a few DJs, and I was like trying to get that. And most of them ain't do it, but it's all good. But I used to be like, man, he called me big homie though. Like, why how you gonna call me big homie and ain't gonna give me the jump? But people be busy, life be life and all that. So I'm like, all right, I ain't tripping. It's cool. I'm gonna hit him back. But we from we trying to press people out. Man, I ain't showing me. I ain't trying to press them out. That's how we do, which a lot of times is bad because we don't get things done because man, I ain't about to be calling them, keep pressing them. Man, he don't want to do it. He don't do it. But I wasn't really mad. It just felt like, yeah, hey, it just ain't happened. Godspeed. So time went on, whatever. I think I hit him again, maybe about that. Yeah, I got you. Whatever. He had moved to Tennessee. He was living in Atlanta. By now, I moved back home. He moved to Tennessee. No, he hit me, and he was talking about some go-go loops. He was talking about making some music. He started making music again. He was like, "Man, I need to get with you on them loops." And I'm like, "Man, so I sent you the whole joint. You were supposed to do a video, but yeah, I got you. What's up? Let's do something." And then at some point, I don't remember what year it was, probably during COVID, he started going on Facebook and writing a book, right? And I'm reading these joints like, dang, he just telling these stories that nobody knows. Like these backstories. You see, a lot of people don't talk about radio and the inner workings of how the radio stations work, right? That's kind of like taboo. What's up, Gab? My bad, y'all. Hargrove. Thanks for everybody tuning in, man. I gotta get this out because it was so much we talked about. But so yeah, he was writing a lot of stuff on Facebook, venting basically. He was going in. And I'm just like, wow, I ain't know all this stuff. And he was just kind of telling the history of it and all this. Boom, boom, boom. So I guess a couple years go by. Um, we'd talk here and there for whatever reason. We talked a couple times. But like I said, I ain't grow up with CeeLo or nothing. But this hit me hard because we built a rapport recently. So then I'm doing a chief and go. I'm doing my interview joints. I'm trying to get some interviews and you know, whatever, however he came on my radar, maybe we was talking about, we was talking and and I was like, man, I need to talk to you because you got this backstory and the story about the inner workings of the radio and some of the the backhandedness and the foolery and the fakeness and the just a lot of stuff. And like I said, a lot of it he put on Facebook. So he was talking about all this stuff, and I'm like, dang, we need, this truth need to be told. And I'm like, man, we need to do an interview, 'cause I don't remember too many interviews with him. And he was like, yeah, I did an interview with my man in New Orleans or something. It's some DJ he did an interview with. He was supposed to send it to me, he never sent it. So we would talk. So the first time we talked, and I was like, man, I need to get you on this chief and go so you can tell his truth because the people need to hear it for one. And then, for the backstory, I mean, for all the not I ain't gonna say gossip, but just like the tea on how stuff be working in the politics, and then also know how much he gave to the game, how much he did. The he like the JD, man, what is it, JD3 or JD5? The JD, he's number five. JD5, like number five, right? Johnny Five, right? So he was like that, a DJing. This Bama was DJing at 13 and at the radio station at 16, 17. Like we was Hucklebucks in the Ibex in these clubs, and we wasn't even supposed to be in some of these joints, but they got to give us that pass, right? So he was been doing stuff for a long time. So like yeah, so we were talking about doing an interview. Like this would be People need to know this. People need to know your story. Like you need your flowers. And he not like that. He was always talking about how he ain't talk on the mic. Like when I spin, I'm spinning. I ain't doing all that talking. I don't need that. I'm gonna let the music talk. He always would talk about that. And we talk about the crossroads and all these things. But so as we talking, I'm like, damn, this is the interview. A lot of times I'm talking to people on the phone, trying to set up the interview, and the interview will happen on the phone. And I'd be like, man, I wish I was recording this. But for one, it's illegal in Maryland to record somebody's conversation. And then at the time, I'm not present in mind to say, hey, man, can I record this? Because this could be the chief and go right here. And so one of the first times we really talked about it, man, he was just telling me so much. And like I said, I read a lot of it on Facebook. And we was gonna do it. And he was like, man, I'm trying to do a book too. And I was like, yeah, you definitely need a book. So then he was like, yeah, DC Decades. I was talking to them people, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm, see if he can help me write the joint. I was like, yeah, they doing their thing. That might be good. Whatever the case, you need to do the book. So maybe we should hold the interview for around time the book gonna come out. So you know what I'm saying? We could make it all make sense and have some momentum and promote the joint. And so that's where we left off. But like I said, on this phone conversation was the interview, and he was telling me so much that I didn't know about his accomplishments and about fake people that's in the industry on that side, the radio side, the program directors, the politics behind it, the playing of the go-go, how he would debo stuff. Like, they'd tell him don't play this, and he'll play it, and then it go off, the ratings will go out the roof. How they Hot 97 modeled the lunch mix or the 5 o'clock traffic jam or both after him. You know what I'm saying? They looking at what he doing. It's a lot to it. I can't tell it all, but it's a lot. I got to put it in order, but I just wanted to get some of it out so I could remember. And just to tell y'all, this is so tragic because we was right there. All right, so we had that conversation maybe beginning of the year, spring or something. Now we had touch base, man. I get that jump from you, man. I mean, tell you the truth. Yeah, big. Oh, yeah, you got, man. We gotta do that. I'm like, bet, man. Come on, dude. You my Cat Williams. That's what at a point I said, man, this is the Cat Williams. And so as my show developing into something else, I got some great news about that. But as it's developing into something bigger, I got a situation and all at a spot, and I'm like, yeah, we got to do this. And it's it's instruments and everything in this spot. Spot is sexy. We can go in here and get this joint done. So I talked to him around my birthday, November 29th, around Thanksgiving, right before or after. Seemed like it was before, because I was asking him about Christmas. Because I'm trying to see, when he coming up to see family, so we can schedule it all at the around the same time. Because he came up and did a show. Oh, well, maybe that was the spring. That other time we talked, he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to come up there. We can link." We ain't link. So now it's like, man, you coming up for Christmas? He was like, "Nah, I'll probably come up right before New Year's and stay a little bit after New Year's, right?" So I'm lining this up. I'm telling all my close people, man, Celo about to be my Cat Williams. I ain't telling everybody because I don't even want nobody to try to jump on it. But the thing is, he wasn't just gonna talk to anybody. He kept saying, "Man, I would do that for you, Chief." He was like, "Man, for you, yeah, I do that. We gotta do this." And I'm just thinking, like, I ain't grow up with dude or nothing. Like I said, we got a lot of past connections and do, but we just had a rapport. We had an understanding. We had a kindred spirit. We would be rapping. It's almost like CeeLo Green. Like when I met CeeLo, it's just like we just be talking and we be talking about we have these great conversations, man. That's ironic, man. This is crazy. So I don't remember him saying nothing about the hospital or nothing, but it seemed like now I'm like, did he say yeah? And then I had to boom, boom, boom. But everybody would ask me, where he at now? I'd be like, he down, he in Tennessee. I'm like, why he down? Why he move all the way out there? But I know for one reason he was saying, because he was in Atlanta, he was saying, his son got killed. I ain't know that. His son got killed up here. I don't remember what year. I want to say 2008, 2009, some around that time when he might have moved to Atlanta. So that messed him up. He kind of, the city reminded him of his son. He wanted to get away from that. Then he wanted to get away from just the politics. That's we always talk about, this city. If you in this game, even if you ain't in this game, especially in this game, you know how this city is. Everybody know the politics, the favoritism, the ass kissing, the fakeness. We all know. Man, what's up with you? Is anybody on YouTube? Anyway, and that's like, that's just law. That's just what it is. Here, crabs in the barrel, the Maryland crab, DC, we all right here. And it's like that in every city. There's a lot of hate going on in any inner city, in the hood, where people are impoverished and angry. That's what it is. People mad for real. It's a lot of undertones of anger and disappointment, rejection, and all that. And poverty. Poverty make you go do something. Might even do something strange for a piece of change. Anyway, so yeah, we was talking about New Year's right before New Year, whatever, boom, boom, boom. This around, like I said, around my birthday, I talked to him. Then I think I talked to him right before Christmas. He was like, "Yeah, we still gonna do, boom, boom." Every time it'd be a whole interview, but I never got it. And like the funny part is, he'd be telling me this stuff, and I almost want to write it down and try it. Or I'm like, I gotta remember this because that story is, that's a key story to how things worked or changed or whatever, just stuff that I ain't know. And so then the last time we talked, I was like, man, I can help you get that book started. I mean, I ain't no editor or nothing, but I used to get all A's in English. You hear me? You hear me? I went to Bowie State, right, for a hot second. I had English 102 or something. I had an African English teacher. Okay. So I'm living in the Southeast. I'm out, I'm slanging and banging. I got two daughters, and I'm driving to Bowie State every day, 3 days a week, whatever. Got up in there through the coach. You know what I'm saying? I got my way in there. Boom, boom, boom. But the next semester, I was gonna have to buckle down and do some boom, 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 right? So why was I saying that? Damn, why was I saying the Bowie State thing? Oh, the English teacher. So by the end of the year, I dropped out right before finals like a dummy. I was tired. I couldn't do it. So I'm getting an E in all these classes, art appreciation. What's the high level joints? The AP art histories and all this. I'm doing the music art degree. Anyway, my African English teacher, right? And they serious about their English. I missed his final. I still got a B in the class. That just tell you how I am when it come to writing some papers and writing. And I'm a writer. You understand? Y'all go listen to that chiefism. Anyway, I'm like, I can help you get that book started because it's a hell of a story. And it need to be told. You need your roses, you need your flowers. So that was one of the last things we talked about. And he was just telling me stuff. And the cool part about the last couple conversations, and I'm like, yeah, and we just talk about this and that. And he was like, yeah, I want to do something with you too. Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, we got this drums and everything right there. We could set up and we could record the process of us making this music, which could be legendary. So we're gonna sit down and have a conversation, and then we're gonna make some music together. Come on, son. So I was trying to keep this joint in the bag. And I'm like, yeah. But he was like, man, then we gotta talk about your story too. We gotta talk about you too. We can't just be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, we gonna flow. I don't, I'm gonna have my little points and we'll talk and we just gonna let the conversation flow. And he was just like, yeah, we definitely gotta talk about you and how I was there. And when, I played, I kept y'all in rotation. I kept y'all in rotation. Like y'all was doing y'all thing. So we gotta talk about you. So that touched me. And I was like, this dude, a humble dude that he want to, as I'm trying to give him his flowers and put him on display, he want to show love back to me. You know what I mean? And I was like I said, this rapport we was building, right? And so look, anybody who know me, like if we doing business and I know you and we done made a connection and I'm hitting you and we talked about it, say I'm gonna hit you and this and that, and you don't hit me back, oh Slim, I don't play that. I'd be like, because my mind started going, oh, he faking or he be this nigga hating or whatever the case. It just be like, why this nigga ain't call me back? And I try to say, okay, he busy and this and that. But if you know me, I still be like, but then I would at least call a nigga back and tell him, look, I can't do it today. Like, tell me no. Don't string me along. Tell me no. Because I don't like that play around. If we had business, I try to stick to my word. And so, like in the beginning, when he didn't do the joint for me. But like I said, I ain't take that to heart because I barely even knew him. And so one day, we were talking whatever. I could take this other phone number, and I got all you got my number, I got your numbers, and I hit him. And nigga said, "Who is this?" I was like, "Hey man, come on man, stop playing, man. It's cheap, man. Go ahead with that." He's like, "Oh no, my bad. I got a new phone. I got a new phone. Let me lock you in. This and this, boo, 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 boo." So that was like one time, right? I did that to CeeLo Green. The nigga wouldn't hit me back. I went on CeeLo Green. I mean, that's my boy. No, all respect, dude. No, hey, look, I'm just saying that's me though. Just like man, I had to tell him, man, you ain't no real nigga. I said, I know what's gonna make this nigga call me because we hadn't talked, and we're in the business of doing this song. We're in the process of and we have such a good rapport. It's just like, hold up, and I know this nigga busy. That nigga called me before I sent on a text. That chief, I'm about to FaceTime you. And he was showing me, what he was doing. Like I'm out here in Arkansas doing this James Brown Soul Man jump. And then like once we had that moment, it was just all respect due. Cause I was like, I know I be in my feelings and in my mind thinking the nigga don't fuck with me or whatever. Oh, excuse my French, cause ain't trying to cuss online. But yeah. So same thing happened with him. He was like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. So then there was another time I texted him and he texted me back. And I ain't think nothing of it at this point. Then like a couple days later, he called me. He was like, yeah, man, I text you. I ain't want you to think that I was ignoring you and this and that. Cause see, I laid him guidelines. Like, look, bro, don't play with me. He was like, nah, I ain't want you to think that. I was, boo, 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 when I'm driving. And I was like, let me hit him back. And that was the last conversation we had. He was coming up here right before New Year's. It was gonna stay a couple days. I was setting it up so we could do this interview and shock the world and make some music which was probably like imagine what it could have been. And I'm up here ripping and running, and my life be lifing. And as time, I mean, as it got closer, we were like a week ago, right? 2 weeks ago. I'm like, all right, he ain't hit me. All right, And the situation I got right with the studio to do my interviews and my show, they would kept saying, man, I'm gonna start in February, whatever. And I would bring up the CeeLo, and it was like he was kind of like didn't feel like not he don't even know who CeeLo is, but not that it wasn't nothing personal, but it was just like for some reason he wanted to start in February, and he was like, ah, but we're trying to fit that in. He didn't see the magnitude that I saw in doing it, but no matter what, I was gonna get it done. So it got closer. I ain't called him. He ain't called me, and I was like, damn. Like I said, I ain't trying to press people out. He might be busy. I catch him on the next one. I was just trying to catch him while he was coming up with family, or on the holidays. But I catch him when he we gonna fly him in. We gonna have to fly him in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And never did he say that. He just kept saying, "Man, I do that for you." He ain't say you gonna have to. I'm gonna need this, and I'm gonna this my rider. He ain't say none of that. I'm gonna need the room. No, it was just like, "Our dog, I'm gonna do that for you." And like, yeah, this truth need to be told. You right. This and that. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, I never called him. And I thought about it, and I was like, damn, I wonder, if he's sick or something, or what's happening with him. I actually thought about that. Like, hope he ain't sick. Because I've been sick this week. Like maybe he never come up. I doubt if he came up, he would at least call me at this point, I think. And I saw that joint tonight. But yeah, man. Like he telling me like I don't know if people know, like I think he was at with PGC. He might have started at KYS because it was after 1580. But he was with one of them Jones at 17, right? He was in the clubhouse. Like he was DJing at 13 or something in like big spots. But he done been to PGC, the KYS up to Baltimore. He done worked in Atlanta at one of they got 3, 4 big stations. Done work down there. I mean, he could play any genre. He gonna kill you in the house. He gonna kill you in the hip hop, and he's definitely the best go-go DJ. When he play on the break, when you a go-go band, how they be saying, DJs, man, he know what to play. He just had that touch. Soup funk of regulator, man. Rest well, my brother. The 456 mix, and he was a real one. You know, a lot of radio personalities and some of these do and we grew up with them, oh hit Bama. It's like he was a radio DJ, especially back in the day. Where in DC, everybody a Bama unless you from up the block, right? You from too far away, you a Bama. You Maryland Bama, you a Southeast Bama, you a Uptown Bama. But like, yeah. But some of these radio dudes, because a lot of them was from out of town. So they wasn't, they wasn't on our vibe. And they gotta, be a certain personality to be on the radio. Hey, this is this and that. Like, yeah, everybody been telling me I should be on the radio. I'm about to be on the radio. So, but now it's been certain people that come through that's cool. Like y'all might not have liked Tigger at first, but he did his thing. Joe Claire. But see, they hometown people, but like these out of town people, some of them. I ain't gonna get into naming names and all that. But we gonna wait for the story, right? Because we need to. I ain't gonna say too much. So we don't get into all that, but the program directors, man, all that like LBD put them on. DJ Iron, he would tell me all the stories of how they was bigging them up, pushing them up, putting them in position. And the last time we talked, we was talking about how the older cats don't usher in the young talent. He said Iron was like 26, saying, "Man, you next." Basically, let me put you in position, right? 26. Because in radio is a young thing. That's why they always switching DJs and stations and switching the markets. That's why KYS and PGC, that was us, Huggerbucks and Junkyards and Tupac. That was the hip hop and all that. But now you hear that on 96 and 102.3 because that's our age group now, right? Imagine the oldies is gonna be California or Dear Mama or Where Do You See My them gonna be oldies in a minute, but just to say, the markets, it's a certain way that radio work. And of course it's changing and changing. But yeah, he was just talking about he would tell me a lot of stuff, but he always said gave love to who put him on and was talking about how they put him on and like older cats gotta, you know, look out for the young cats and train them and coach them and teach them and push them and press them and how that's what they did and they put him in position and he made history. So DJ Cool, then you got DJ Celo, right? So DJ Cool wasn't really a radio DJ. Same conversation, like, yeah, like Chief, I ain't no radio dude, right? But he was legendary in DC history in the clubs and breaking records, you know, what way back. Like he said in 79, it wasn't no go-go. So he was helping break hip hop, go-go, all that. He was there for it all and always stayed down for the city, right? A lot of people don't know that. Like how much DJ Cool did. He had a lot to do with a lot. But DJ CeeLo is like, and Cool is God, the Godfather to him too. Cool is the Godfather to every DJ, and he's so cool and down to earth and humble, and that's why his legacy is strong, and he will always be, revered in that way. But CeeLo is the next man when it comes to that lineage or that canon of influential, impactful DJs in in our area, and more so on the radio side with CeeLo. And like I said, I ain't grow up with him or nothing, man. But we were really uh having great conversations as of late. And this is a shocking that was a shocking news, man. And I was on the high. I was on my left hand up, commanders hail to the W. And that jump that news took me right back down. So yeah, I don't know no news on it of what happened, but it was so sudden, man. Super funk regulator. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here and it's almost like I had this secret, you know, I was about to unveil this information that was going to, be very beneficial or very eye opening to the go-go nation, the crank movers and the crank makers and the crank lovers, right? And everybody, hip hop. I mean, he was yeah, he was one of them guys that brought us uh certain songs that we would have never heard if he wouldn't have broke them. Like he said, they'd tell him, man, don't play this that's such a he be in the clubs. And like Cool say, he's like, I'm right here looking at it. I know what's hot. I know what to play. They'd tell him don't play certain songs, and he would play them, and they would hit. You know what I'm saying? Like Howard Stern in it. They would hit. He would just make them all look dumb or make them have to bow down and get with the program. Like basically helping the station, helping them do numbers. He would go from one to the other, and then they would, come with him. Come days like, man, they'd come at me, trying to buy him out. Okay, so he was at KYS. Maybe he was at PGC one time. I think he went back and forth a couple times. He was talking about how he had an interview at KYS. Program director wanted to talk to him. He came in there and he said he asked him, so why do you want to work here at KYS or why do we need you, over here at KYS? And he was like, I did the only thing I could do was be real. He was like, because I'm the best. You know, I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best nigga doing it out here. And then he said they was like, all right, well, we'll give you a call back, or something like that. I think he was going to the interview with KYS. He said he was about to go on the air with the 4 5, what, the 4 to 6, 4 to 9, 5 to 9, whatever joint he was doing. He said he went in that joint and lit it up. He said, man, I'm about to go show them why they need me at KYS. Boom, boom, boom. He said the next day they was like, yeah, we send you the check or the check. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they bowed down and gave him what he was asking for, and he showed them why they needed him over there. But it was a lot of these stories. We would talk for an hour and a half, and it was and he would talk. I'm just listening and trying to, have time stamps. Okay, so that was about the time. But yeah, because I ain't never been in the clubhouse. I never been to the crossroads. I could walk to the crossroads. That's how close I've lived to the crossroads, even when that Wednesday night was going on and all that. But he was just talking about how many DJs he even put on in the crossroads and different places, and just a humble cat, man. But he was a real one, and he wasn't going for the fakeness. He wasn't going for the disrespect. He wasn't going for the clown shit. Like he was a real one, you know. OG, triple OG. RIP, Super Funk Regulator Celo. 456 mix. But yeah, I mean, but they know the DJs know, the people know. They know what he do, what he did. This is crazy. It's a shock, man, because we had plans. And it ain't on no selfish stuff like, oh, it was gonna be my Cat Williams. Yeah, that's just one side of it. Yeah, it'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it want to do something that people gonna enjoy and get value in, and some entertainment, some information, some tea. But like I said, I'm not gonna name names and get into all that right now. But this story still got to be told. I'm gonna just say that this story will be told, and now that's another mission of mine. So I'm gonna have to do my due diligence to see what I got to do to get on that. I mean, I know it'll be a lot of support in the community with that, with the telling of this story, because we just didn't quite get to it, man. I'm talking about. He said, man, I'm gonna come a couple days before New Year's. I'm gonna stay a couple days, and I never call, and I feel crazy because I ain't even call him or text him. But like I said, I ain't gonna press him out here. Call me if he available. If not, I catch him later. I know what it is, and now I feel bad because, like, what if he was going through? You know what I'm saying? What if he was going through, and some uplifting words could have even helped. I don't know what the situation is, but I know he way out there. You know, I know he got family, but I don't know. I know he got a daughter, I think too, but I don't know the all the details. But this story will be told. That's for sure, because it's very necessary, and I was already on my way. It was already on my schedule. It was already on my. It was already on the to do list. So I can't stop. I can't just not do it now. They say once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I can't take that. Can't take that them glasses off. The veil has been uncovered, and like I said, it's there in black and white. So it ain't hard. Matter of fact, I'm about to go. I'm about to get on this. But yeah, man, the legend has passed. That's crazy, yo. It'd be surreal. It'd be unreal that these people go, man. I mean, close to you or not. Like sometimes I don't even be close to you. You don't even know them. It's just somebody you respected, and from a distance, or had love for, or could relate to. You know, actor, entertainer, whatever. I mean, I hear about it even in conversations, talking to people. Yeah, my big brother died. He was 50. This and that. Yeah, damn, was he overweight? Nah, he was a vegan for 4 years, and he was good. One day, he just died. His head was hurting, or you know what I'm saying, or nothing. He just so it ain't like just because your lifestyle, you unhealthy, or I mean, of course, you're getting older, but people wasn't dropping at 50 like this. You know, at this rate, don't seem like ever in time. But like I said, we live a lifestyle as entertainers. Especially when you start at a young age and you're in these clubs and you're making music, and you need all the party favors or all the stimulants to make you feel the music, to sometimes to create the art. Not that it's necessary, but that's what a lot of people do, right? And then sometimes it take a toll. Not saying he did. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying in general with entertainers, and like we had Fat Man Scoop. Right before that, I was just thinking, man, maybe I could get DJ Cool to help me get Fat Man Scoop on the record. You know what I'm saying? Do the hype man joint. This nigga bad. They fall out on down on stage. What is going on, bro? And I'm not the healthiest. I'm trying to get back on my health kick and exercising, but yeah, it's scary, bro. Scary. It's scary. I'm trying to do all the work I can do, put out all the art I can put out, music. So, you know, so y'all can have that because I got it. I got stuff sitting, and it's just like, but damn, imagine what me and DJ Celo could have did. I got on the set. He hooked them turntables up. I don't know, man. I just know it'd have been great. That's all I know. That's what I do know. But here we are, 2025, and that was my cat. That was, that was gonna be the truth. He was about to, man. He was about to talk about a lot of truth. Some people was gonna be exposed, and then like I said, the story will be told. The DJ CeeLo story will be told because when you humble, when you quiet like that, even though he confident, yeah, ain't yeah, he know, but he just don't. He wasn't walking around bragging and sticking his chest out. He was, he played it back and let his music speak. Like he said, I ain't never got on a mic like that, chief. I let somebody else do that. I just get on these turntables. That's what I'm about, and that's what he was about, man. He loved it, and he did it well, and he changed the game. He made impact. I'm sure he made a lot of people great, trying to be like him. He influenced a lot of people. He made a lot of people dance, right? He turned you on to a lot of music, right? That you might not have heard. You know, he put a lot of people in rotation that may not have got that same love, right? In this market. Like I said, he changed how radio stations was doing he was changing the way they was doing programming in markets like New York, Hot 97, Influence, DC's own, baby. We got some great ones. We got some great ones here, man. And like I said, he wasn't the one that was going to scream it, you know. He wasn't going to scream and shout it. As no one should go around and talk about how great they are. But it's definitely, you respect a person when you know that they great, and they don't even, and they humble with it. Something about humility that's honorable and noble. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here and pay homage to the legend and talk about the news. 'Cause some people might not even heard, and just tell y'all about the plans I had, how great this man was, what he done, right? 'Cause I just don't think a lot of people know. Same as DJ Cool, I just don't think a lot of people know what he was responsible for when it comes to this music scene here, right here in the DMV and the Mid Atlantic, for that matter. Because how far do PGC and some of them stations reach? I remember PGC used to like it go further. Like once you get to Richmond, some part of Richmond, you start hearing PGC. I don't know if KYS went that far, but KYS was a whole animal when it came to hip hop and underground. Right after 1580, which is like derivative or whatever of PGC, right? I think he even told me that. It was like, 'cause I was like, they wasn't even there. Why? He was like, yeah, it was like a year and a half. But basically, they was making so much noise. They was on the AM side that they was causing friction or causing they was taking away from the other side. And that's when they turned it to 1580, Heaven 1580, and Steph Lover and Pete Stewart and the Live Squad went over to KYS. But like I said, they was coming 1580 made impact, right? I don't think he worked there. I think he was telling me about they interviewed him or he was about to or something. Anyway, he was at the big boy joints, prime time. So, but yeah, them the 1580 and it was Steph Love and them was doing the live squad, the freestyle. Who just he was calling up, who this on the phone and what you all about? People was calling for payphones and freestyling, you know what I'm saying? Very, and they broke the Huggerbuck. DJ Cool was over there. And so they was playing Chronic Breakdown, which nobody had heard nothing that sounded like this. This all 94, 95. You know, very influential time in the game. And if I remember right, like I remember the first time I heard Biggie at a gas station in Kentland. It was me and Ricky Angles. He was living in Kentland. We was at that Exxon right there by Firehouse Road, but that next street down with a little shop center. Anyway, I remember we, stepped out to go get a soda or something, and I heard it was Juicy, or I think it was Juicy, or what's the other one of them first two Jones. It was calm the from the upper close and personal with Robin G. Smoking with my peeps all day. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me. I had never heard nothing. I said, man, Rick, what's that? He said, man, that's Biggie Smalls. I think that was before he was the Notorious Big. Well, in 93, 94, I just remember that moment because I had never heard nothing that sound like that. So now, right after that, like I said, 1580, and they playing the put me in the Congo drum mix. The way it was mixed, nothing had sounded like that. Anyway, they was making too much noise, basically, from what I got, and they shut that down. And KYS became like that underground. They had the Live Squad, and they was like from New York. You know what I'm saying? It was more hip hop. And I always been cool with it. Like I ain't never been a big New York hater. I mean, you laugh. I used to be like, yo, would be playing with like yo son and all that. But man, I was, I'm Crush Groove. I watched Crush Groove. That's what made me who I am today. I'm saying I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna be the rapper, the producer, the engineer. I like it. Just was inspirational, right? B Street breaking and all them. I used to watch all that. I'm in that. We had the Sugar Hill Gang, White Lines, Visions, Dreams of Passion running through my life. Run DMC, LL was the first two tapes I ever bought. And it used to be in my parents' car in the back. So my man, put this on. Raising Hell and I'm Bad, right? So I'm a hip hop. I was there. I liked hip hop. Now, of course, I was more Scarface and all them down south, Devin the Dude, of course, and Snoop and all them, the Doggy Style, when Pop came out, boom, 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 boom. So I wasn't on New York like when Jay-Z and them, I wasn't, yeah, it took me a minute, but I was hanging with Rome Bucks and them at the Scraper Shop. And I was playing the mixtapes and Comegas and CNN, Noriega and all them. and I would have to hear it all day, and I got more accustomed to how they rap and fragments and sentence, like the way they rap, and understanding. I didn't understand it at first. I like Wu Tang. It was like, man, what these niggas talk about? It was like, but never, it was all good. I was just more on the simple. I know what the hell Scarface talking about, and then beats, was just more closer to what we was accustomed to, the speed, the tempo, the bass, just the way they felt. But over time, like I said, then I got all the way down with New York way before anybody. I was like, yeah. And when you start rapping and you start warming up, you're like, yo, uh, yo. And so I started, I guess, bamming out early. So sad to say, I was into all that. And so when Steph Lover and them and KYS at that time with the help Celo playing these records, that these underground hip hop records that what I'm saying wasn't supposed to be on the radio. He helped influence the sound, and what I'm saying, put stuff on the airways for us to get some of that flavor, where that's when rap was really first started playing and all that anyway. So this was pioneer shit right there. But so I'm just saying, I remember that edge that KYS had, but PGC always seemed like was the bigger, they had the bigger bandwidth for the audience, because they would play more, it was more R&B's and Jodeci's, and I guess it was more versatile. And they, like I said, they wasn't getting into the nitty gritty of the hip hop. But I bet you when CeeLo went over there, oh, and I bet you that's why he went over there from KYS, because I believe he started at KYS. No, he started at PGC because he said Albie D, DJ Iron. So they had to be PGC. Then maybe KYS guy. I got to get the story straight. And I know there's a lot of y'all that know that was there. But like I said, he was telling me so much, I couldn't. I don't know all the super details. That's why we was gonna talk about it. I would be quiet because I'm trying to get him to shut up so we could save it for the interview. I'm trying to say, man, hold up. Let's hold up for this interview. And it's been like that with a lot of people. Juju, me and Cool kept doing. Me and Nikki Bonds then had 2 interview conversations where it just be so much information, stuff I ain't even know. And I'd be like, dang, we gotta tell the people about some of this stuff. You know, it's the history, DC history, DC culture, our music, our sound, our way. God bless the dead. God rest his soul. Funk Regulator, Celo. Super Funk Regulator, Celo. It's gone, man. It just seemed like we would have been, we were kindred spirits, man. More than the interview. What's up, Disciple? What's up, man? Yeah, man. It's real. Of course, you be like, man, this is a joke. You know how they be mistakenly calling, saying somebody died. I was hoping it was that, but it's real. Look, I hope it ain't. Somebody please come on here and tell me it's a mistake. I'm gonna call that nigga immediately. But yeah, like I said, we had plans. We had plans. So now I might have to go through his SoundCloud and find some of his stuff. Well, I'm definitely about to try to contact the family. I'm gonna have to find out. I gotta talk to the people, because we gotta do what we're supposed to do, what God intended. Oh, Cormega, yeah, them days, man. DJ Clue and all them mixtapes was coming out, and we would be in there printing T-shirts with the screen, silk screen, the forehead, and my homies would be playing. And over time, I started saying, "Oh, okay, I can dig it." I mean, Big L, uh, who else? I mean, Nas. When I first got Nas, Illmatic, and Jay Z, Reasonable Doubt on a tape, like if somebody had burnt it on both sides. And I used to walk my dogs and listen to them joints. That's when I became a Jay Z and Nas fan. And of course, when Streets is Watching was out around the same time, we down the Scraper Shop. Before it was a Scraper Shop, it was called Headquarters, and we would be making T-shirts out the back, and selling different CDs, and then it became barbershop. Danny was down there cutting hair, and Mo started doing the clothes, and we were still in the back. But that's what, yeah, we would be printing T-shirts, and I started, you know, I started digging at the up top hip hop, the boom bap, and all that. And like I said, I really took a liking to it, which helped influence my style too. So I had different influences, different rhyme schemes and patterns and the beats and everything. Cause like they ain't like Tupac. They be like, man, that nigga, he all right, but he ain't know his beats was terrible. He didn't know how to pick beats. And I love me some Tupac. I was like, what they talking about? The passion, nigga. You hear what he's saying? Like nobody, but I understood what they were saying. Biggie was. I never hated Biggie as a Tupac fan. A lot of people didn't like Biggie. Biggie liked that. Biggie always been like that. But yeah, all that. It's other people. Comega Mob Deep, of course. All that, that was going on at that time. And then Bus a Bus, I was tapping in. But early it was Kwame. Of course, Kid Play, but like I said, Run DMC, LL was my first jump. Boom. Oh, then around 2006 when Reflection Eternal came out and the Soul Quarians and all them man, that was it. Everything. I was living out Fort Washington, damn near in the woods with my sister. I was on my spiritual journey. Yes, peace, brother. Bless up, God. Peace, brother. Erica Badu, but yeah, Common, um, High Tech, and all them. I was on my super conscious joint. Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, right. Faces round. Yeah, KRS-One. Right. My cousin was banging KRS-One when I was listening to the LL and the commercial shit. I ain't even really get it at that time. BDP, the Boogie Down Productions, but I fully understand now. Yep, Ice T. I remember NWA came out. I think I was in seventh grade. I remember the Beastie Boys hit. Uh, right, exactly. When something gone, especially artists, music, then it just gets so much bigger. Cause yeah, I like pop. Brenda's Had a Baby. My father gave me Me Against the World. My first tape. Tupac joke came from my father, and I messed with her. Like, yeah, All Eyes on Me was cool, but Machiavelli was hit different because he was gone. Yeah, oh Biggie, man, Biggie was just different. But nah, I don't know about more love. I think Pac still to this day, Pac got like disciples. I think if Biggie had more albums, more music out, of course, like I can't even. Yeah, I think I think it'd be tough. But Pac just had so much passion, and he could talk about all these subjects, and he was almost bipolar on the track in a way too. So, but definitely Biggie just flow was just Biggie flow to this day is really unmatched. Yep, Salt and Pepper, Kwame. Yep, uh, Special Ed, Big Daddy Kane, um, Heavy D, Big Pun, Red Man, Red Man, of course. Red Man is definitely one of the greats. Black Thought, always, been one of my favorites. Buckshots, yeah, Buckshot, the Funk, whatever. DOS Effects. Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, Biggie, yeah, definitely, exactly. Yep. My girl Youngin said that the other day. He about 13 or something. He was like, yeah, like, I be trying to listen to Tupac, but it's depressing. He was like, I like Biggie more because it make me feel good. It's more fun. Facts. I'm talking to my man, Disciple of the Way on the YouTube joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm live on both, y'all. I had to come pay homage to the legend, man. South Central Cartel. Man, do you remember a group called was it Dayton 500? It was like a it was like a family, the Dayton. the Dayton something. They was from Dayton, Ohio. They had some tight shit. Crucial Conflict. Of course, when Bone came out, my little brother and them loved them. I mean, I like Bone, but they knew the words. I couldn't start remembering all them raps. But yeah, Young MC. Tribe. How could we forget Tribe Called Quest, Q-Tip? Back in them days, baby. We came up in a hell of a time, man. The music, the Dayton family, right? Oh man, what? A G to a key, Slim. A G to a key. Oh my goodness. You talking about, man? Damn, I want to play something. They going a G to a key. What's the jump? Man. No, that's from a gang related soundtrack. The G to a key. Trying to, trying to make a million. They say I'm killing off the children. I'm just a nigga hustling, trying to make a million. It's another jump I'm thinking about. Yeah, the Dayton family. What y'all know about all that? This that old head Tito talk. Reminiscing, man. Suave House. Wow. Yeah, man. Classics. 8 Ball and MJG. That's what I'm saying. Celo, man. He had an ear. He had an ear for that stuff. Like I said, I ain't know him back then, but I know when that 4, 5, 6 mix came on, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave this cranking. Face Mob, man. Ghetto Boys got some of the most legendary uh song and them implemented. They in your DNA. 45 minute hit smacking jackers that want to try. If life was a game that money could buy, the rich niggas could live. The world is a ghetto. Uh Hold up. I was just listening to the Resurrection joint. Oh man, it's endless. But like I was like that joint I put up with Eric Sermon and them and Quest talking about he was talking about DC and coming to perform. Like, yeah, we was into that gutter funky, baseline driven, simple, tell it like it is, hard. That shit was hard, Slim. But yeah. When the Huggerbucks, we be on we went out of town a lot way before we even played up here for like a year. We'd go to Virginia and we might go 2 shows. We might drive Friday night, go play in Lynchburg or somewhere, and come back and then go play and drive down, go play in Norfolk and come back. Then time went on, like we might do Richmond and Petersburg, but we'd get a hotel. But that weekend we did Richmond, Petersburg, St. Petersburg. Then we came to Maryland Eastern Shore with the Roots. But yeah, we was just talking about how DC just they he was saying basically you couldn't perform without a rapper on the bill. And then more so, R. Kelly got booed off, or people was leaving that joint because he tried to perform at the jump. So even trying to follow a go-go band is a problem, especially back in them days. That's how much loyalty we had. And somebody was basically saying, yeah, we wasn't getting the rap on the radio like that. You know what I'm saying? Because R&B had just started playing. Black music just really started playing on the radio at that time. And what even made rap start playing on the radio was they started putting R&B hooks. They put singing hooks on the rap song, what they call commercial. Basically, they crossed over, so that's how it started getting airplay because it softened it up. And so yeah, at that time we didn't of course Salt and Pepper, Heavy D, and all them was coming down. And Daryl Brooks and the Go Go Live, they was doing them Capitol Center jumps. Herbie Love Bug was making, they had Go Go in there and stuff. Kid and Play, uh, Dougie Fresh. They was incorporating Curtis Blow. They was getting down with it. So hey, I appreciate, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate the Huckabucks compliment. But yeah, so that's what was going on. And somebody said that in the comments. I said that makes sense. So like, yeah, when they came, we was like, man, we trying to hit Essence. And saying that, and that was more so talking about rap acts and R&B at that time because Frankie Beverly and them could always come here. A P Funk, Cool in the Gang, it was just band. We was used to bands and instruments. And of course, a go-go band gonna give you more energy than pretty much anything, the way we like it. They gonna deliver it. They gonna serve it up how we like it, dress it up how we like it. So yeah, we was like, man, yeah, get on out of here. We trying here. They was like, man, everybody just keep talking about how I seen such and such get booed off, and this group get booed off, and this and that. And so that's a hot topic of conversation. It's on the Instagram. I think I posted it on here too, but on Instagram it's going crazy. But yeah, so that whole conversation has been happening, which is good. A lot of these conversations need to happen. And the day of the instigator, that's me. So I'm here for it. I'm here to kick it off. So it's a beautiful thing. I love it. Diddy bad boy. Yeah, yeah. Right, because he was at Howard, right? Which is 96.3 over there. And he was mixing and mingling and getting in where he fitted in. And it was open. It was wide open at that time. You know. That was young Guru be talking about. 'Cause he was down here going to Howard and then he went to Omega in Rockville. Then Jay-Z snatched him up. But just like Chucky Thompson. And then Diddy came, snatched him up on down here. He said, man, I need him. And he was responsible for a lot of classics. And I always remember hearing about how he got black label, blacklisted, blackballed before I even knew what it meant because, I knew people that came up with Chucky, Top Notch, Gabby Moe, he was doing beats, but then they kind of came up together, Raheem. And so, I just been close to a lot of these people I be hearing the stories. I just remember that, man. They blacklisted, they black labeled Chucky, they blackballed him. Diddy blackballed him, and this and that. And I just been like, damn, what? How you gonna blackball this nigga? He made all the hits, Of course, you learn that Diddy is a crook and basically robbed every artist. So it's like it's more on Diddy than it is on Chucky. And then Chucky came back, did one mic. He come back and pop and do some joints because he was just that great too. How about that? Chucky just died, right? But and then now we see what's going on. Diddy ain't no goddamn good. The boy crazy. So he probably and Chucky a real one. So that don't mix. That's like oil and water. You can't put a real one with a devil. It's like that ain't gonna work. 'Cause the truth gonna be the truth, and a real one ain't going for the flukazy finessing and the old okey doke. I mean, he probably did in the beginning, and he probably came to check on some money, ordered the books. He probably said, "Diddy, man, I'm saying this." You learn as you be in the business and you hear stuff. And your lawyers, man, what's going on with this money? That's probably how he got blackballed. Diddy probably said, I'm gonna use somebody else." Just like they stole that whole Biggie idea from the dude in Mississippi. Yeah, I used to be the drummer for the Hugger Bucks. I was the drummer, man, working on a documentary. I'm working on the story. I got a lot of footage and I'm gonna tell a whole story. A lot of people don't know that story. So I'm working on that story. But we're gonna definitely get to this CeeLo story. I got a lot of stories, man. I'm about to really start telling y'all these stories. I got a lot of fun little stories and fun facts and coincidences and just stuff that I've been through over time, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I mean, but it's about one person over here and one person over here. But I appreciate that one person because like I said, I had to get it out, man. Uh, DJ CeeLo has crossed over to the other side, bruh. Come on, bruh. We were supposed to come on, bruh. He right here though. He right here in the ethers. He right here in spirit. I know he is. Yeah. I just that Joan hit me and was like, dang, legend, another legend, another man, another person, another human being, more than anything. But we was, and we was about to embark on some great music, I'm sure. The early 90s, yes, indeed, man. Yeah. And look, I had just started playing drums a couple years before that. I started probably 92. I started playing drums. And so I had a lot of catching up to do, which made me greater faster, which made me good. Got made me get better faster. I ain't gonna say great. The Hugabug situation was great. The kind of like the Redskins is now, right? The Commanders. We had a whole situation like a label. Had the manager, Charlie Fenwick, who did Pleasure, did Hot Cold Sweat. He used to play with Otis Redding and a lot of other. He was a bass player for for different groups and recorded music and this and that. So he had the know-how and the wherewithal. And then we had Funky Ned from Essence. We had Roy Battle producing us, teaching us. We had Funk right there coming in, as a mentor. We had people from different bands. He would just bring people to talk to us, and they would just they taught us a lot. They taught us how it was supposed to be done, and we put in a lot of work. We practiced 3 4 hours a day, 5 6 days a week, and that's what came of it. And like I said, I started late, so I was catching up and had to keep up with these. We on the show with I can big ass heavy foot drummers. These niggas been playing for 10 years. I just started 2 years ago on Unifest and 5,000 people and Malcolm X days and Berry Farm days. And I'm getting tired and I'm trying to keep the tempo, the whole band looking back at me like, tempo fluctuating, trying to get my double kick strong. But yeah, jamming Jeffs and Buggies and we gotta play with these cats and Blue Eyed Girls. And it was a time, no man, I wouldn't change it for nothing. But it was rough when it was happening, you know. I mean, it was rough. I just knew I had work to do. But like I said, that's what made me work even harder. If I ain't have those other bands and drummers, and if the scene wasn't like it was back then, the competition, like we wasn't playing back then. Like every band was we going for blood, and so I'm grateful for that, the way it happened. And like now looking back, like we said about Tupac, now that the Hucklebuck's gone, it just seemed like it's appreciated more. And over time, art appreciates. It was a classic. The album was a classic. The Hucklebucks Live. I mean, Chronic Breakdown too, but the Hucklebucks Live was definitely stamped in time. So, and the impact, just like I said, the sound was different. It was just different. So, but like I said, you don't see that when you in it. You just be doing it, and like it's cool. We was having fun. We was getting some love, but it don't seem like that. You think about money and are we getting robbed and where the money at, and we got some money and like, but later you learn the business and you learn how stuff work and and what the plan was, and you just learn business and reinvesting. It's just a lot to the story. But now I look back and I get, people say, man, yeah, everybody talk to me, yeah. And it's overwhelming. It's flattering. It's humbling. I be like, man, it's just it make you feel good. Like, yeah, we did something, man. It's appreciated and it stood the test of time. And like I said, you don't really feel like that when you're doing it, but goddamn, I'm glad that it did, and it makes me feel good to hear the compliments. Appreciate that. Always love. Trying to do a reunion show too. Working on that. Trying to do it the right way with management and everything with the whole situation. I mean, Charlie, we just talked. We always had these conversations, but we had a good one. He got some plans. It's 30 years this year, so we gonna make it do what it do, baby. You know what I'm saying? I like to say what's up and send a shout out to my people that know what it's all about. Tito and them. But yeah, man, much love to all y'all who been tapping in and following and subscribing and everything. I got a lot, plans and of what to do. I just, got to lock in and get to it. But you see, I'm here. You see, I'm here. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Hey, look, from a dude who had just started. Hey, you know, I, I'm grateful, man. Like I said, I'm grateful for the Roy Battles and the Funky Neds that came in and told us how it went. I learned a lot. I wouldn't be who I am without Charlie Fenwick, Funky Ned, Roy Battle, James Funk, my man Wayne Chew, early days, Jeff, the other drummer Jeff, not Jamming Jeff, but that's my man too. But yeah, I've definitely indirect. I watched and learned. I emulated Jeff. That was one of my idol at first. So I watched and learned a lot and got a lot of my style from him for sure. And then, like I said, and once we met, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It's like you meet people that you idolize, and like even Funk and them, Benny and Funk and Mike Muse, and I was playing with Proper Utensils. I'm 22 years old, and I'm playing with these cats that I've listened to since I was 15. It's unreal, man. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, they local and all that, whatever the case may be. I'm playing with some cats that I grew up listening to, and it's a special thing. And as a youngin, I definitely ain't appreciated all the way. I definitely ain't. I acted a fool. I acted up a little bit. You know what I mean? I had a little resistance, man. Jazz funk. You understand? Young man. He say, young man. You need to stop what you're doing. You're doing too much back there. Uh it was just like, yeah, I was getting paid good just to do what he say. But no, I want to do it this way. So I'm hanging with me, Stomp Buggy and Lord James, and we hanging in the drum clan. I'm hanging with these dudes, and I'm feeling like you know, I'm the nigga now. Oh yeah, man. And I want to show, I'm learning these tricks and rudiments I ain't never really learned. I'm like, yeah, I want let me put it in there, funk. Like, nah, play it straight. It's about people dancing. It ain't about you doing all that. It ain't the Chiefy show. It ain't. So you learn that over time, and as a young drummer, you want to get up there and do tricks. You want attention. Everybody want attention, but like I said, they taught me that wasn't the way, and I learned, and I'm grateful for that. Grateful to know how to play and why and stuff like that. But anyway, man, like I said, thanks for tuning in. Rest easy. Leon Ferguson, DJ Super Funk Regulator Celo. Gone to the other side, y'all. Man, prayers up. Prayers to the family and his loved ones. And man, let's just, let's make it count, man. Let's hold him up. Let's make his legacy known and keep his legacy going for what he stood for and what he did. You know, let's show that love. Let's hold that up. Let's put that on display. Let's remember the great things because tomorrow ain't promised for none of us, man. You know, just like that. And then you know the secret. That's it. Don't nobody know the secret. You don't know that secret till it happened. And then, like, who knows? Who knows where he at right now? You know, what state and what realm? You know, has he ascended or did he come back to the birth canal, see the light and another energy and a new life? And we're gonna see a 7-year-old DJ. We're gonna say, man, he remind me of DJ Celo. I don't know how. I don't know how it worked. I mean, I got my idea, but when you cross over, you gonna know that secret. It's the only way you're gonna know that secret. And tomorrow not promise. We all got a day. So spread love, man. Make sure you tell your folks you love them, everybody you love, and hug people and show them love, man, because that's what it's about. And show yourself some love first and foremost. Make sure you're showing yourself some love. Take care of yourself. You know what I mean? or when you've been telling yourself, man, I need to do this and stop doing this and exercise and eat better. And, take care of yourself, man. It's real. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Because once you learn to love yourself, you can love everybody else. We done been all around and seen the rest. And tonight you're getting down with the very best. And that's you, 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 and the whole damn bum, 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 bum. I've been walking, also talking. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. We are grooving, and y'all are moving. To the bridge, y'all. Oh, tell them about the 101. Oh, get on down, y'all. What's up, noisemaker? Rico. What's up, man? I know you messed up, you know. As I know you known this man for years, man. But like I just had to get on here and say something because like I said, we built such a rapport. I've grown so fond of him just from these conversations and just seeing who he is as a man, as a person. Like out of nowhere, bro. So I don't know. Like, what's the word? I mean, I guess that really don't matter. It's just it's just unfortunate, man. We was about to do the damn thing, man. So yeah, like I said, I'm here, but I'm excited about the Commanders, and then that hit, then that hit. I said, wow. So yeah, me and Tito in here just dealing with it, how we deal with it, and I just wanted to come on and talk to the people, man, and talk to the people. Where you at, noisemaker? You ain't Rico. You ain't at no. Oh shit! It's 3:10. Everything over. Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate you tapping in, man. We gotta talk too. We gotta talk too, cause it's just a lot that need to be done, man. Oh, you just yeah, exactly. Where was you at? Fast Eddie's? There's a lot that gotta be done. And we need to come together as a people and as a crank nation for all the crank lovers and the crank makers and and be great together, man. Oh, he said, nah. Yeah. Anyway, man. Oh, okay. The Box Cigar Lounge. Well, yeah. I know you be back on the radio. What is it tomorrow or Monday? Are you still there? Man, I ain't gonna lie. The XM, I ain't been listening, but when I was listening, I was catching them lunch mixes. I was rocking with you, especially them go-go joints. Monday. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap in. I've been listening a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, man. But I got your number, man. I'm gonna hit you so we can link. Maybe we could have a go live and have a conversation about it. You could shed some light, more light than me, on just you know, yeah, person he was, some stories. I know you got some stories, but yeah, damn a doodles. I'm just trying to do my thing, Rico. Trying to do my thing. chiefing going and go-go loops and then doing my part. But all right, man, like I said, I appreciate you. I'm gonna get on off of here because I've been on here rambling and I just wanted to come pay my respect and talk about my man and 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 what like I said, what we had planned and like I said, how we connected, man. Grew fond of this guy, real fond of him as of late, and he gone. We ain't even get to we ain't even get to turn it up. We ain't get to do the things all the way, but much respect to the OG. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate you, Dirty Rico. And Rico remember the Pop Utensils days. And we made up That's Enough. Felix, That's Enough. Rico used to get up there. Oh, folk, don't stop that stuff. But that's enough. That's a record somewhere. I need that record. I need that record. Funk told me Benny got it. Benny wife got it. So I need that record. If you got that record, Rico, that's enough. I need that. You know what I mean? Those moments in my man, I need that. That's enough. All right, man. Much love, y'all. Remember, always keep it cranking. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Rico, I'm gonna hit you. I don't know who over here on Instagram, but appreciate everybody tuning in. Gone.